Welcome, everybody, to the first episode of AI Authority, where we're sort of just going to go on a bit of a journey and discover artificial intelligence, or AI.
That's it, Zane.
And it is what it is, yeah.
I think to give a bit more context, as opposed to my cousin here just reading this word for word.
Like, we're doing it as a new thing.
Yeah,
well,
this is
what
it.
we're doing.
This is it. We're bouncing it up. This is the whole point. We're not AI experts.
We're not AI experts, exactly.
Yeah.
We're not even podcast experts.
Clearly.
None of us are experts in anything.
But I think most importantly, we're a bit curious, perhaps a bit skeptical of where this.
You're skeptical.
Of where this. Well, not just the podcast.
You're a skeptical man.
But I think also where the AI journey might lead, because in essence, let's assume we know very little, and we'll get into the premise of what this podcast is about very shortly. So,
Yes.
But it's a learning journey, and we want to bring people along on the ride.
That's right. And look, I've been obsessed with tech for a while. I mean, if you know me, I've always been a bit of a techie guy. I always like new technology and whatnot. But yeah, AI feels like sort of the biggest turning point since the creation of fire, some have said. Have you heard that?
Creation of fire, maybe since the wheel was invented would be another one.
When was the wheel invented?
BC, some point in time.
Yes.
When Jesus Christ was around. But I think, for a bit of background, so Zane, what did you used to do? Maybe just...
Oh, yeah, background. Yeah, we should give a background. So basically, I used to work external audit at the Big Four for 4 years, roughly. Then
you fell in love with.
Which I fell in love with, of course. Yeah, the greatest experience of my life. No, anyway, I had to leave that. Left and pretty much took like 6 months off, just doing nothing, kind of semi-burnt out. And then I got a job at Airwallex, but wasn't a good fit. We departed for one reason or the other, and now I'm
cultural reasons.
Cultural reasons.
Let's call a spade a spade.
Let's call a spade. Cultural reasons. Cultural mismatch is how I describe it. However, so now I'm just doing odd jobs here and there, pretty much working in a warehouse. That's about it to keep me afloat. But
so, giving Zane the credit, this idea was born out of a late night sleepover. Very sad that we're both
in the same bed as well.
Zane's 29, I'm 31.
It's only 30 in about a month. Less. Yeah.
And we still he still sleeps in my bed when we have sleepovers. But
that's it.
Anyway, one night when I was trying to get to sleep, Zane, he came up with this harebrained scheme.
Wasn't it harebrained? It's less harebrained than the usual.
This was the one that had the least amount of hairs on it. And this is where AI Authority was born. So it was the first pitch that he'd made that I thought was all right. But anyway, we don't need to give the whole context.
Wait, what about your? Do you want to give?
Yeah, I'll give my context.
Yeah,
but I don't want to put the audience to sleep. There's a lot of talking going on, but that's
not the whole nature of podcast.
It's the whole nature of podcasting, and we're learning not only AI podcasting. Zane didn't even know how to record and transcribe, for God's sake.
I did. I didn't know a lot.
So anyway, context. I'm Will, and I work at a full-time job in property development for a private developer based in Melbourne, Australia. And like I must admit, like until recently, AI felt like this whole finance tech bro industry, but it's really grown a lot of legs, particularly over the last 12 to 24 months, and going to continue to do so. But where my intrigue comes from is, it's like any white collar job. I want to see how this can be incorporated day to day and improve on efficiencies, because ultimately that's what everyone's time poor. And I think not only about that, about aiding the job, but I think what's also interesting is what jobs will become redundant. So.
Well, that's right. I mean, like probably property development's pretty safe, but I think about something like audit, like some of those entry-level roles. Like one of my roles as a junior was to take notes in meetings.
Yeah,
big time. So immediately that role is gone.
Well,
did you have that?
Very interesting conversation. I feel like we haven't quite closed out the intro, have we?
Oh yeah.
So maybe just keep people around. No, I know it's got to be fluid.
Free flowing. Yeah. Okay, what do we?
Well, you might have one last little agenda item, I guess, just to give people the final.
Okay, so good idea. So like obviously, so just to structure it and give us a broad overview, each week we're going to sit down with someone, and hopefully like someone who's experienced in the field or doing a bit of researching, or perhaps even some founders. I would love to speak to some founders who are using AI in their workflows or day to day. And we'll basically just ask them questions, which I love to do, and put them in the hot seat and learn about how they're using AI and incorporating it into their business. But yeah, today we're gonna have a couple of these as well integrated into them. Just a few chats with Will and I just to keep things flowing. But yeah, that's kind of the overview for the next couple of weeks or months or years or 7 to 10 years. Who knows? It could be. It could be.
Well, it's a 7 to 10 year business plan.
Yeah, it's 7 to 10 years.
Unlike Zane, who thinks that we're going to wake up tomorrow and it's all going to be successful.
Well, that's right. I'm optimistic. So
yeah. He's optimistic. I'm realistic, and away we go. But
okay, what were we talking about a second ago?
Oh, we were talking about. Well, I mean, like any podcast, this is a learning journey, but yeah, it's broken down to segments, I guess, of conversation. And
okay.
We're just talking about, touching on what white collar jobs might get replaced in the process.
Do we want to keep on the script though? I guess, or do we want
to? You're gonna have to cut that. You've just created an absolute shitstorm post-production work.
I'm doing the post. I'm doing all the post, mate. So I'm fucking and fucking up the kitchen.
I think maybe we'll just stick to the segment and we'll go back to the white collars.
Yeah, okay, sounds good. All right, well, quick starting point, Will. Like, don't take it too crazy. It's okay if you don't know the fucking answer. It's okay if you don't know the answer. So don't panic when I ask you this. Just hit me with a few thoughts, general, like maybe just like a couple words that come to your mind.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be like so detailed. So someone was having a barbecue, putting another shrimp on it, basically, and they asked you, what is AI? What would you say? Like, what would you say? Like, is it like, what are your thoughts on AI? Just generally.
You mean, it's such a broad-reaching question.
Exactly.
Well, that's right.
So, like, what is AI? Like, if you were to ask that, artificial intelligence.
Are you asking me or are you answering the question?
Mate,
I thought you were asking me.
I'm putting on the wheels for you, like it's a little toddler.
All right.
Like,
I'm about to.
Okay. Answer.
No.
I was putting the wheels on. Yeah, I was putting on like a little toddler's bike. I didn't want to hit you with a question that you didn't know how to answer.
Well,
so I put on the little wheels for you. Go on. Okay, go answer.
Yeah, no, it's all right. I just wasn't sure who was getting asked the question.
Okay, so I wasn't about to answer the question for myself. I wasn't about to answer it. Yeah, go on. Okay, what is AI? If you're at a barbecue?
Yeah, that's a pretty broad-reaching question because it's like there's no one answer. I don't know really, to be honest. Like I'm mostly unsure, but
yeah, it's exactly.
I probably know as much as just our average listener.
Well, that's right.
That artificial intelligence. What is it? Like what?
Like if I was to describe it, to answer it, the question, I would say like the easiest way is like a digital brain, maybe, or like
it's using data that is,
yes.
It's only as good and reliable as the data that gets fed, but it's essentially.
But like a digital brain is like I think the easiest way to understand it because like it'll eventually be able to do everything that we can do.
Yeah,
except digital. Like, do you know?
Well, yeah, except this is the whole debate, isn't it? Like, I don't know if that's true. Like, it probably from a processing point of view, it could do anything and more of what like a human brain is capable of.
Yeah, that's the thing.
What it lacks is like the emotion and the motive, like nature of responses and stuff. It's not
podcast idea. So we can
it's not an empathetic.
Yeah, but it will be.
I don't think so. You can't teach a machine to be emotional. Like at the end of the day, it doesn't have human emotions. Like it can't feel.
It can feel all right. So when you keep whipping it before it's meaning and you're hitting it with exclamation marks, give me the right answer. It'll feel. And when it takes it to work,
advice. But where's that advice coming from? It's coming from a data source. So it might be like scholar articles, or it might be like someone who's, like a professor in psychology or whatever. But it's probably pulling out bits of information. Bits of information from that. But it's not an actual emotional being. Like
yes.
It all it is doing is getting input data. It's just a machine. It doesn't have like cognitive, emotional.
At the moment, that's true with like what LLMs are. Like,
but how can it ever feel that? It's like a human. It can't feel pain. Like I can't go up to it with a baseball bat, can I? What's it gonna do?
We'll be able to though when like the robots take over, like Skynet.
It's not real. It's not real.
Well, look. It's not real as it stands, but in the future it will be because
real is not it is real. It's not. How do you describe life form? Like it's not.
It's not self-aware. It doesn't have self-evil. It doesn't.
It's not.
It doesn't have self-consciousness.
It's not cerebral.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the right word.
I think so. Have a
Yeah.
have a go. You know what?
Okay,
A part of being a good
bring it up.
podcaster
Bring it up.
is
Yeah,
Googling.
that's actually true. Let's bring it up.
Yeah.
Cerebral.
Sorry, guys. I hope you're still with us.
Yeah, Jesus, we don't cerebral of the cerebrum of the brain. I mean,
It doesn't have a brain.
well, it has a digital brain. It depends on your definition of brain.
It's like a
It's a physical. If you define it as physical,
It's like describe the actual definition of cerebral.
literally it says
Word for word.
It says of the cerebrum of the brain. If I click on cerebrum, what the fuck's cerebrum? The principal and most anterior part of the brain in vertebrates. Okay, so that's making it a human definition.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So
yeah,
I guess.
Sorry, Will. I guess maybe you were correct.
Okay, it wasn't okay. Well, we'll give you that one. But
sorry about the combative nature, you guys.
no, it's just part of it. Like it's all part of the dialogue. It'd be boring if we were all taking the same opinion.
That's exactly right.
Anyway,
and part of this too, I might add, just to our listeners, is all about Zane's drunk, always worried.
yeah,
It's all about. It's all about not being a passenger on this AI journey and challenging the norm and ideas, because next thing you know, it's Chairman Mao and you're in a dictatorship.
Well, that's actually a very good point, because like they're actually trying to do a technocracy, I think, is what they're trying to do.
And a challenge on that.
But yeah, no, but basically, like if you look it up, they're trying to control their population through technology. Have you seen that, like on Instagram and stuff, where it's like
It's Chairman Mao.
Yeah, Chairman, not Mao. He killed 50 people.
I know.
Sorry, Chairman Xi Jinping.
Jeez.
Xi Jinping.
Gong.
Jinping.
Come on, you got to be
Anyway, Xi Jinping. Don't panic, mate.
No,
What's his
mate.
name?
Mate, we're going out to Gen Z.
Who the fuck is that?
Gen Z, who are very
TikTok. They love TikTok.
yeah, but they're very woke. So just be careful what you say, because Xi Jinping won't like it.
Yeah, but I'm trying my best with my Xi Jinping. Anyway, let's go back to the topic.
Well, I think this is the whole point. Like, we've got segments. This shouldn't be scattergun, but
No, it's good to have a little bit of like offshoots. Like we're going on a journey, and like we take little side quests along the way.
That's it. Now, I want to bring it back to the main point.
Okay, bring it back.
So call this your second segment. I don't know if you're theoretically meant to actually announce that on the podcast, but
No, it just flows.
let's just let it flow. So
We're going to segment 2 now.
why in the AI space is everyone talking about this now, though? Feels like, whatever it is, ChatGPT, Claude, all these other AI sort of bots or programs, feels like they've just dropped reasonably recently, and all of a sudden everyone's talking about AI. So why has the world suddenly flipped?
Well, that's exactly right. Because like from my own research, like I think AI or machine learning has actually been around for like 10 years. But
Mate, way longer.
Really?
Surely. Like, what about data coding and shit that's been
data coding.
just think about like a sports betting company, which I have some experience with. Think about how much data and think about where the odds come from. And that's all statistical data.
Yeah, that's all from what are they called? Quants.
Yeah, quantum.
Or quantitative people, like off Wolf of Wall Street, the quant.
Yeah, but originally, but now it all gets fed into a machine to produce the odds, and then
it's like a software.
It looks for like little chinks in the data, or
yes, to notice people who are like betting and winning.
Well, yeah. But I'm saying in terms of the odds, it runs different scenarios based on whatever for sports team statistics are, and it'll run probably 1,000 likely outcomes, and then I think it eventually works its way back to get the odds. But even when someone is a favorite, there's obviously no guarantee that they're going to win.
Yeah.
Because there's always statistical anomalies, and it's you can. This is what I'm saying about AI too. And someone might just say what I've said is just absolute bullshit. But this
I've no idea. So I'm
taking the thing about AI.
So we're learning anyway. Yeah.
It's you can run 1,000 scenarios, and 1,000 out of 1,000 there's an outcome, but that's just analyzing the statistics. You're not actually so many other wider factors, emotional factors that play into things. I.e., I'm just talking specifically about sports here.
Yes.
A team is playing, but one of the players' mums died last week, and the whole club is emotionally.
Yeah, no, that's a very good.
And it doesn't take that.
No, I reckon
that metric into account.
I reckon AI, maybe not the sports bet models, but AI will be able to take that into account. They will be able to assess. Although if they didn't know that information. Is that what you're saying? They didn't know that.
No, yeah, I mean, but like sometimes these things get leaked or like you know.
So if the AI put that into its anyway, this is a difficult topic because it's like we could talk about if the AI ran a simulation where like some players did have.
But it doesn't know like
If it doesn't,
statistics. Like a team like all of a sudden gets this random win, but it doesn't know what the reasoning is unless you feed the reasoning into it. But
yeah, maybe that's right. Anyway,
I don't know. It's just interesting.
That's interesting.
But that's my thoughts on AI. But
no, I like it. That's good. That's a good.
Now I want to know why now. Okay, and let's get back to it.
Yeah. So, yeah. So obviously, we hit a tipping point with ChatGPT in 2022, but the main reason why it's taken off is basically because of the usability of ChatGPT. You can literally just punch in whatever you want to ask it. It's not like Google where you've got to sort of go looking. You can punch in specific, unique, idiosyncratic, tailored questions, and it'll spit back out to your situation what you should do. So that's why, and you can even use it for, people use it for lovable zero coding or vibe coding as well. So it's just the ease and the accessibility through ChatGPT.
True, but I think as well, it's very important that at this stage, particularly in its infancy, that people aren't becoming overly reliant because
people are.
Yeah.
Myself being one of those people.
Yeah. Well, see, it's not so bad for later generations because we've grown up in a certain way. But what I'm fearful of is the younger generations who
young whippersnappers
only use this.
Yeah.
It's like they don't even know how to think for themselves because they're so
bang on.
They become like almost in a way like not exercising and stretching their brain. And it's like
a workout. Yeah, it's like a workout. The way I imagine it is like going to the gym and instead of like actually doing the lift, it's like you're sort of just being like doing light weights and not actually, breaking the muscle.
Well, that's right. I think, and part of the problem is people are so reliant on it. It's like you take it for gospel. An example, a real life example, for example, a real life example.
Let's play drink game using that example.
Was what I used it recently. So like I do as part of my role, we have investors that invest in our development projects.
Yeah.
And we provide them with quarterly investor report updates, which is really just like an overall health status check of the project, both financially and then from a, all things authorities, construction, planning, whatever. But the point is, where I used it was I was giving an economic market update and explaining that, like, we've had economic headwinds and et cetera. So I fed this into ChatGPT and I said, break down all the RBA cuts that have occurred in 2025.
Yeah, that's good.
Good.
Especially for your industry. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyway, this is the example I'm giving. But then it said it got the first two, right? It said February and March, both 25 basis points. But then it said in July, there was another 25 basis points cut. Now, I know that wasn't right. So I questioned it. I said, are you sure? Can you double check? And it's like, excuse me, I got that information wrong. It was actually in June. I was like, that's really dangerous that like people would rely on that.
Yes.
Use that. But there's ramifications for doing that because you're basically making an informed decision off the wrong data.
And people are more likely to like actually rely on it more as we go through it. Like people are more like screw it, it's the technology's fine. Like I'll be relying on it without checking it as much. Anyway.
Well, that's it. So I guess we're talking about the now, but I just think there's still a very long way for it to go.
There is. There's heaps. It'll go fast. Anyway.
Yeah.
Look, the barrier to entry is sort of gone. We've got the big
free flowing.
Yeah.
Just because it's written on a script, they're free flowing.
Yeah. So basically, this is kind of like the I would say it's more like the discovery of the internet or just starting out with the internet with AI.
Tech boom, eh?
Well, don't you reckon? I reckon it is, though. Don't you? Would you agree? People lost their fortunes, made fortunes.
Absolutely.
And bust.
And actually, that is a very good point, Zane, that you've just made. No, Jackie, whatever you called. No, that is a very good point and one that I want to touch on. Again, I've just gone off kilter this whole thing, and I was the one telling him to get a run sheet. But what
I knew this. I know. Anyway, I know your cerebrum or whatever you want to call it. Cerebrum. I know your cerebrum. Anyway, you don't know your cerebrum.
What I find very interesting is you just made a very good point. Is that like people made their millions, their fortunes, but people went bust because they resisted the movement. And I actually think if you're not on board with AI, whether you like it or not, you will get left behind.
Adapt or die.
It's adapt or die, sink or swim, all those are
survival of the fittest. Yeah, it's the creature.
It says the great Bob Dylan once said, you better start swimming or you sink like a stone.
Is that a song?
Times they are changing.
Is that a song?
Oh God, that's a disgrace. You don't know that.
I actually want to see the new movie. Anyway, let's
Anyway,
watch that up. I actually want to see that with Timothy Chalamet.
yeah, apparently it's very good. But anyway, if I see one more like biopic movie, I'm going to kill myself.
Why?
Because there's too many of them.
Oh, but that one's good.
Yeah, and there's a Bruce Springsteen one out. Anyway, apps or die.
We adapt or die. And that's what we're trying to do. Okay, just to bring it back, we're trying to do on this podcast. If you're we're trying to probably focus more on business owners, but maybe we'll touch on other topics. But if you're a business,
comes later.
Yeah, if you're a business, like whether it's content creation, which a lot of people are involved in these days, or a traditional business, using the tips and tricks, or even the interview advice that we get from people in the industry, you can use that and then apply it to your business and hopefully get ahead of the curve, because the impact of this is going to be insane. Like, we're kind of just at the start of it now.
Yeah, 100%. And but I think this is where I probably err more on the side of caution, because if you go completely, for the lack of a better term, balls deep in
because they couldn't have gone in a single other term.
Because if you do go, to one pair of balls deep into this, I think it's dangerous, because I was just having the chat with my directors the other day, and like they've openly looked at bringing in AI processes throughout our company.
I think everyone is, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, everyone is, and I think you'd be foolish not to. But they actually got someone come into the office.
Oh, really?
And do a presentation and just sort of, like for my industry, and this is what I can talk to because I live it day to day. It's like things like marketing EDMs, which, if for people that don't know what EDM,
what is that?
It means electronic direct mail.
Yeah.
So they're like mail outs that you do as a marketing lever that you can pull in terms of like, promoting a project.
Like when you see like Iconic on your email, it's like 50% off or 20%.
Whatever. Like you might be promoting a developer incentive offer, or you might be just promoting the development and the benefits, or just the development itself, whatever it is. But it's just an easy, it all goes out to a like your system, like your data system of like however many I'm not wording this right, but like your,
isn't it your customer list? Or
your CRM, your customer relation.
Do you Salesforce? No.
No, we don't. We use a program called.
Oh, I think you told me this actually.
Property Shell, which essentially has like a whole database in there of existing clients.
Yes.
But we do mail outs, but then we also get the mail outs, like the EDMs done by the agencies that we engage.
Yes.
Like sales agents.
Yeah.
Anyway, like the pitch that we got from this guy that came into our work was about, making these more automated and creating them.
Yes. That's the big.
Yeah. I mean, because they take time. Like you've got to go to like a marketing creative, and you've got to go through rounds of like design rounds with him. And then you've also, it's expensive. Like we pay $1,000 each EDM that we do, but like the whole point of this, it's like, it means you can get a regular cadence of EDMs going out for the projects. And it's just a small example of like what you can do to improve your business. But I think you've got to err on the side of caution, because if you all go, what my director said, if you go full gun ho, some people are going to be like, what the hell's happened to, X company? Because it's like all of a sudden just everything's AI driven. It's like you lose your personal touch, because you can feel that it's like it's automated at this point.
Yes, you can, but that's why you still got to check it and put in.
100%. And that's what I'm saying. But I'm like, a lot of people from the young generation don't.
100%. And there's so much we can talk about, because like imagine essays and.
Also, let's not cover Eric.
Yeah, no, we're gonna have to skip.
No, but I'm all. This is good. I'm going completely off script.
No, it's good.
Good and bad, but I actually maybe bad, because
that's fine.
I don't want to use all the content in this one podcast. But
what should we go to?
You're ruining. You're creating an absolute firestorm.
I feel like we touched on
segment.
I'm doing that.
Well, why don't we? It's almost getting to the point.
Yeah, we wrap up.
Well, I think so, because this is just an introduction to the podcast.
Exactly.
And you don't want it too long.
Same, agreed.
Ladies and gentlemen. So maybe just let's go to segment 5, and just a light little touch point, saying you can leave.
Okay, sweet. So I think basically AI will cause the end of the world. Just a
little spicing on there.
Just mic drop and then leave.
Right.
Anyway,
we've just talked about all the benefits and adapting.
But no, we're gonna be along for the ride. There're gonna be some great companies along the
So
ride,
on, and then we're just
and then we're gonna be smoke and
so it's like the
Skynet. No.
yeah, what was the movie Mission Impossible, the latest Mission Impossible?
Oh, the Entity.
Yeah, it's like the Entity.
Except they don't save the world.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
Anyway, so that's my prediction. And like,
What do you mean? You can't just drop that.
we'll uncover it in a later episode.
Okay.
But like whoever's watched this, if they know me, they would know that like when ChatGPT came out, I had this prediction, and I still.
Well, let me refine that. Like we can dissect that more.
Dissect it later.
But what I want to know now is what's AI look like? Like we'll talk about the media. If everyone talks about like 5-10 years, what's the next 12 months look like?
It's actually a bloody good question. I mean, like for example, I've seen like ChatGPT the other day, which I haven't used. They've got this thing like this AI agents. Have you heard about that?
Asian. That's racist.
It's a nightmare in post. It's a nightmare in post. A nightmare in post production. We was doing post, an absolute nightmare.
Yeah. Look, I just want to. Oh,
testy pop. That's a testy pop. Your voice.
Part of this podcast, and I want the audience to be acutely aware of this. Part of this podcast is to insert a bit of personality. It's not meant to be just some dry.
No, mate. That's why we're doing. Yeah.
Experience.
Podcasts are fucking boring.
Well, I know, but like we don't have to always edit this out. Like us just ban.
Yeah, true.
Except don't say the word Asian again. All right.
Nightmare in post.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what were we saying? Oh yeah, what are my predictions? Oh yeah, so agents. Basically, these things, they're like these little, they're devices that like go off and do things for you. So for example, if I'm like,
no way to date a human being.
No, that's if I've got a Hinge date coming up, say hypothetically.
Oh.
Okay.
Remember where this is going out to.
Oh, true. Okay. Well, let's just say if I've got, I want to book a movie. All right. Let's say we want to book, this is a boring example now. I want to book a movie with you to like go and watch a movie. And basically
maybe just dissect the Hinge thing, but not you. Talk about me as a single man, if you were me. Like, how would that work? Like, what was the example you're going to give?
Oh, I was going to give an example. Like, if I'm on a Hinge date, for example, and like, I want to be like, oh, can you find me please find and book the best restaurant for pizza in Melbourne.
Yeah.
Or in South Yarra or whatever, or Richmond or something.
What's not going to book it for you?
Yeah, Will. That's what I'm saying. It just got released.
Oh, wow.
Like, as in, like, I'm not joking, like a week ago.
Yeah, right. I didn't even know that.
No, well, I didn't really know it either, like, until I remembered it in my cerebrum. Anyway, so that's where it's going the next year. So they're going to be able to do little things here and there, like book something, like book this. Like, let's say you finish a meeting with a client, right? Book this meeting with John Smith next Thursday at 2 p.m. And obviously with Google or use Outlook, whatever, you have to put it in. I mean, it's pretty automatic for most of the corporate slaves out there anyway. But if you just type that in, bang, he'll book it. Or book a recurring meeting for Will and I Saturday.
How does it?
It takes control of your computer. Like,
yes, you've got to give it access.
Yes. It's like a driver.
I don't like that.
Yeah. So that's exactly. People might not like it, but anyway, that's the next step. But
and
what about you? Keep it going.
Sorry to cut you off.
No.
Also, the biggest resistance I think you're going to get from an age demographic is the boomers, because they're old.
Oh,
let's be honest.
Jesus.
Don't really know. Aren't tech
literate.
Literate. Yeah.
Tech.
Well, they're tech illiterate.
Very much so.
And
they think they know, but
and
they don't know.
Like, I know just through my own personal experience of dealing with probably less so my mum, but more my dad in terms of his.
Yes.
No, as in he's actually quite good for a boomer, but where I'm going with that, he has a mass resistance to any time that he gets asked permission, or he just thinks it's a gross invasion of privacy. And I keep trying to tell him, I'm like, mate, that's the way of the world. I'm not saying give up your bloody gonads and give him everything and passwords to your banking accounts, but like,
I don't even know his passwords, probably half his passwords.
He doesn't know much. I don't know. Nah, he knows a lot. He's actually pretty good. I'll give him credit, but he's just, he gets offended as if because to sign up he's got to give certain permissions. Anyway, my point is that maybe for the younger generation they might be accepting of, like, that sounds really cool in theory. You've essentially got a virtual assistant.
Oh, exactly. That's the really cool.
Which is great, but on the flip side, it's like, fuck, I don't really want someone just like trawling through my shit and like essentially invading. I mean, they would have massive like privacy policies, but like, what happens if there's a data breach, which happens, or a privacy?
That's another thing. I know there's so many topics, but I'll just keep it.
Yeah, this is a wrap up.
This is a wrap up. Yeah,
these are things that we're going to touch.
Yeah, we're going to touch on in the future. Yeah. But yeah, I think I'm excited. You know what I'm excited for as well? The guests that we're going to get on the show.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
And
like reach out, guys, if you have any guys that you want us to like, or any connections, because we need to like.
well, yeah, no, that's right.
Yeah.
We'll set up an email account part of this, but
Yes.
I don't know if we really sold the opening. Well,
recap
long because Mono is one. We might even have to do a re-record. But essentially, this is the AI Authority. Right? Did we do a proper introduction? And where I'm going, as Zane said, we're going to get guests on. So part of this is not just two nitwits exploring the topics of this, because we don't really know.
We won't add that much value.
Oh, we had a bit.
We had a bit, yeah.
No more than the end user out there. So like we're going to get.
We want
small business owners.
Yeah, small business owners, exactly. Yeah. And like people who are AI savvy, or even people who have like used AI to help with businesses. Yeah.
I think it's going to be a bit of a two-prong. Like it's to help individuals, but mostly businesses.
Yes.
Businesses.
Yes.
Because I mean, at the end of the day, like they're the ones that will benefit the most from
Definitely. Yes.
in terms of like sharpening up their processes and adopting this. So
exactly.
But it's the fine line, as I was saying. It's like you don't want to just go balls to the wall. I've got to stop using those terminologies, but
right. It's fine. Natural.
That's all right. We'll just separate our woke listeners, and
they can go on to another podcast.
That's it. You don't like me? Too bad.
Yeah, too bad.
I don't give a shit.
You don't give a shit until the comments start to come.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're just ragging on your family.
Jeez, all right. But anyway, guys, there's heaps to come. Zane's going to have a nightmare in post-production cleaning.
Yeah, a nightmare. Upload straight away.
Well, you know what?
It's
kind of roaring.
We're fine. Yeah, I think we've done well. Anyway, wrap her up.
Well, thank you very much.
Thanks, everyone. First podcast. Let's put the stake into the ground, as it were.
Well, also, I know we keep someone wrapping up. I just want to give our listeners context. Zane has been at me to do this for, the actual idea was probably born maybe
2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
No, it's longer than that. When you probably, I want to say like 6 weeks ago, maybe.
Oh, was it?
Or maybe a month ago.
Okay,
maybe a month ago. And then the previous 2 weekends, we've tried to have a decent crack at this. And Zane's, bloody just shut the bed with everything.
Yeah, you've been hungover.
No, it's been me. I'm working a corporate 9-to-5 job. And
it is.
I don't know where this terminology of 9 to 5 came from, because it's certainly not that. Try 30 to 6.
Yeah, at least, or whenever you've just got to get work done.
Anyway, the point is, so I was a bit hungover the previous 2 weekends, but we finally had a crack at it, and we're excited to bring you more. So,
thanks very much, guys. Looking forward to another episode next time. Until next time.
Brought to you by none of our sponsors. Cheers.
Yeah, thanks.
See ya.
See you guys. Bye.